It's been a while since I bought a new knife, but that all changed a few weeks ago when I ordered a Serge Knife Company bean. Since getting in the mail, it's seen quite a bit of pocket time, and I'm happy to report it's a great choice if you're looking for a compact, fidget-worthy knife. The bean has a very eye-catching spec sheet including M390 blade, non-locking flipper action, titanium handle scales, and a ball-bearing pivot system, all for around $100. But does it live up to all the hype? It's been riding in my pocket almost continuously since I got it, and for one good reason. I think it does. With a small footprint and a slender profile, the bean nearly disappears in the pocket and serves as the perfect low-profile EDC or backup knife that won't cause someone to call for a SWAT response when you open up a package in the post office. While the overall size, weight, and profile is similar to an Alox Cadet, it also has the added advantage of packing premium materials, one-handed flipping action, and a really nice pocket clip. Unlike many other small knives, the bean's pocket clip is extremely well shaped. It provides easy and secure clipping to pockets without creating any significant hotspots during use. When I was first looking at the knife online, a point of hesitation was the blade's thickness and grind. It's hard to tell just by looking at photos, but the blade stock is thinner than it appears, and the hollow grind gets nice and thin behind the edge. Overall, this makes for a very slicey blade, which is very well suited to EDC tasks. I put the blade steel through its paces by breaking down a week's worth of boxes for recycling. I found that the blade's slender hollow grind has no problem slicing through tough materials without binding, and that the M390 steel holds up exceptionally well to wear and tear. Unless your EDC tasks include regularly sawing through cinder blocks, M390 will hold a keen edge for weeks of normal EDC use. Due to the blade's heavy acid stonewash finish, the action took a little bit of time to break in. After several minutes of flipping, it's now crisp, light, and addictingly satisfying to flip open and closed. The oblong hole in the blade provides a perfect area to hold the knife in a very comfortable and secure pinch grip. More often than not, I find myself using a pinch grip which lets me control the knife extremely precisely and securely. Unfortunately, this knife is not 100% perfect. After a few hours of general use around the house and absent-minded flipping, it became readily apparent that the knife had not been Loctited. Thankfully, this was a very easy fix. Despite all of that, I somehow still managed to strip out the stop screw in the process. Thankfully, customer service was fantastic, and Serge responded very promptly to my email and sent me a new screw. He also told me that he personally inspects each of his production knives before sending them out, and apologized for this minor hiccup in quality control. Lastly, I occasionally found myself disengaging the detent if I was performing push cuts through tougher materials. If the detent were just a little bit stronger, this wouldn't be as much of a problem. I found this to be a non-issue when holding the knife in a pinch grip or by holding the handle slightly further back. With that being said, I have not yet had any close calls or accidents, and as long as you treat this like any other small locking folder, I don't think you will either. These are all relatively minor issues, and overall nothing that makes me love this knife any less. For a brand new release, the bean is exceptionally well made and free of a lot of the typical first run issues I've seen before in other knives. I think it's indeed as impressive as it looks on paper and a tremendous value for the money. I'm extremely excited to see some of Serge's designs becoming more readily accessible and cannot wait to see what he releases next. Whether you're a fan of smaller non-locking knives or are looking for something a little bit different, I definitely think that this little guy is worth checking out.